Tahoe, Nevada, where tonight, Main Events in association with Miller Lite present professional boxing for your entertainment, sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The three judges assigned for this first bout will be Carol Castellano, Keith McDonald, and Dave Moretti. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Vic Draculich. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds of boxing for the USBA Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with red and weighing in at 224 pounds. His professional record, an excellent one, 21 victories, 14 by knockout with only 2 losses. From Queens, New York, here is the challenger, Gary Bring the Pain Bell. And as they come across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with white, he weighs 237 pounds. And also an outstanding record consisting of 33 victories, including 28 knockouts with only 1 defeat. And he is currently ranked #1 in the world by the IBF. From Auckland, New Zealand, presenting the defending USBA Heavyweight Champion, David Terminator Tua.
So the ring.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the USBA heavyweight title. You've received your instructions in the dressing room. At this time, are there any questions? Any questions, Chief Seconds? Well, if it hits here, I'm not going to call it.
Fine,
Okay?
great, okay.
Any questions? All right, remember, obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up now. Good luck to both of you.
Okay.
Jim, you often hear the expression in boxing, don't let the other guy get brave. What Tua has to do is not let the other guy feel that he is smart. He turned Rahman into a classic puncher boxer, something nobody thought of him as, because Rahman was able to take advantage of Tua's slow start. And although Bell has a reputation as an action fighter, he might be trying to do the same thing here.
And having looked at what Rahman was able to accomplish against Tua, Bell says, I've thrown so many jabs in the gym, I feel like my left arm is going to fall off. For his part, Tua wants to start faster than is normally the case, and you see his combination-based effort to do that right there. But David Tua is really at his best, Roy Jones, when he gets to the body, so we'll be watching to see when he starts landing to the body with his heavy shot.
There's also a little cut above the right eyebrow of Bell. It's starting to open up now and bleed more profusely.
Now, this is a thunderous assault by Tua, Roy.
A very big assault, but what has to happen here is Tua has to make sure he doesn't punch himself out.
And already the doctor has been called into the ring to check Bell's eye.
And I don't think that was a headbutt. That was the product of a right hand by Tua, unless I missed my guess.
No, you're exactly right, Jim.
Oh, man.
Well, now they're going to say that I might be wrong about this because, boom, yep, there's a look at a butt that might well have caused that cut.
We were both wrong.
This could be good for Tua, though, because he got a chance to rest and regather himself. He threw a lot of punches then, and when you have the extra weight, sometimes that many punches can hinder you.
Location of that cut and its apparent depth are going to pose a real problem for the people in Gary Bell's corner.
Yeah, and it looks like a nasty gash right now, although it's not bleeding quite as much.
Yeah, I think it's going to eventually cause problems with his vision in that eye.
And there's Tua going after it with a looping right hand over the top. And he lands another right cross to the jaw, and Bell's knees buckle. He almost goes down. Tua raining punches on Bell, and the referee stops the fight.
Well, whoever took the 13-1 odds didn't make the killing that he was hoping to.
And Gary Bell, you're not in Iowa anymore. Those 4 wins in Iowa coming in were against opponents with a combined record of 47 wins, 110 losses, and 3 draws. That ain't like fighting David Tua.
No, it's not.
So David has his 34th victory and his 29th knockout.
else. I call it a punch.
And by CompuBox numbers, Tua landed 28 of 42 power shots. Naturally, the folks in Bell's corner are going to point to the headbutt and say that was the critical factor, but Tua was already mounting a blistering assault prior to that headbutt.
Yeah, there's not really much Gary Bell could do to get out of the way of those punches. He doesn't have the range or nothing else to stay away from Tua. Tua's a big puncher, and if he gets a chance to get off, you can forget it.
This is pretty reminiscent of Tua's other great fast start when he knocked out John Ruiz in 19 seconds. And here's how it all ended, with Bell bleeding and Tua pounding right hands against his jaw in the corner. Normally the big weapon for Tua is the left hook. Bell was so conscious of the left hook that he left himself open for the right hand.
That he totally forgot about defending against the right hand.
You know, a fighter like Tua has to start relatively fast, because if he allows the other fighter to get a rhythm, if he doesn't make him pay so that he'll get tired later in the fight, then he can find himself in the position that Tua has often found himself, which is having to play catch-up and stop an opponent in the last 2 or 3 rounds.
He doesn't want to see that position again anytime soon, I'm sure. Well, especially being ranked #1.
Yeah, good point. And we told you that his best. Tua reminds you of the young Mike Tyson. This was a fast start reminiscent of the early Tyson.
Rick,
Right there, that eye had gotten a lot of blood on it, but that still doesn't explain why Bell never got the left hand up to stop Tua's overhand right.
Anybody? Lennox Lewis, Hornetfield, let's do it.
There you go. You hear Ronnie Shields in the background saying anybody. Now let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official particulars on the quick one.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 79 seconds, the official time into round number 1. Referee Vic Dragovich will halt the bout. The winner by knockout victory. His record now 34 victories, 29 KOs, and he is still the USBA heavyweight champion, the Terminator, David Tua.
Being a little overweight doesn't bother you much if you only fight 1 minute and 19 seconds.
And especially if you're able to go off and get off those kind of punches on an opponent. Tua landed some big punches right away, and that made it very difficult for Bell to ever